Fumble a bag, now I will not fumble a bag. Fumble a bag, now I will not fumble a bag. Fumble a bag, now I will not fumble a bag.
What up, gang? We back, and we are back with NELL. And I gotta say, guys, she is actually hella enjoyable. She's very fun. She's worth the grind of building up. So if you haven't gotten her yet, you definitely should start working on getting her. But yeah, I got my Meteor Chaos, just whatever's going on build. So let's get straight to it. Starting off, we're using a Secret Garden. You're getting your 50% skill power. It really has nothing to do with the actual build. The build is whatever, it's fine. Same for the Blue Beetle. If you want to use it to get easier crits, but you take away from the build without using the 50% skill power. So that's that. Exterminator, I just started working on this gun, so I'll have an update later on this one. Onto the build. So let's start with the skills first. So Shattered Heart basically is giving you a plus 30 crit hit rate every time you E-Vice an enemy. As you can see, we got the range up to 18. That's I would say max on that, but I'm not 1000% sure. So yeah, that's that. Duration 9 seconds. You can get a max acquired suspicion of 9, so that's cool. So fourth ability, this is probably your bread and butter for like single targets and anything you want to kill quickly. So the cooldown on here is 11 seconds. Skill power is at 1500. So it's really good. It's just not omega crazy, but it knocks out any yellow bar. It can one tap, depending on how you set it up. You can one tap the bosses. Mine's is close, but it's not all the way there to one tap. But the way I make my build, it's good enough. It's good enough, but I more so like to balance it out where my AoE abilities are getting the same amount of like damage boosted. So that's that. Your 3 ability, this is another good one that nobody talks about. It's basically a toe ability, but you're doing 2000 skill power. So this is my, like, I actually enjoy using this ability with the power beyond, and with that you're getting 15% skill power increase and you're getting the 20% range. So you're getting another toe ability with combination with this toe ability. So it works out pretty well, and it's very, very useful. It's just good ability. Your 2 ability, now this is what you'll start off with before you use your 3. You'll always use this first. You either could just let it sit and you can just tow them into the circle, or you can explode it and get the buff. So the cooldown 6 seconds. Arch breach. You get the movement stacks up to 5%. So yeah, you get the 40% movement speed all the way at the bottom. You get more skill power. You have the dot damage. When you explode them, it's 2,000 skill power. So these two, your 2 and your 3 work in conjunction very well, depending on how you use them out. I just enjoyed dropping my 2, hitting my 3, going back to my 1. So let's talk about the 1. So the 1 is what's going to get your stacks up for your 4 attack. So basically, make sure you're evicing any enemy, anything, and using your 1 first. You always want to start the fight off with your 1 so you can get your stacks up for your 4. Without doing that, you'll never be able to get your stacks up. So it's a really good ability, especially if you want to max it out, use a tech reactor, but I prefer to use the fusion to keep my fusion skills topped off. So that's that, and let's get into the build. So Shatter Heart changes gaze of the abyss to an attack skill, building up suspicion stacks using breach spikes. Then first enhance breach spikes. Okay, so that's that. Mid-air maneuvering, emergency measure, get them at 60%. Skill crit hit damage, more raid. Skill simplification. I prefer this over focus on tech. I just want a little bit more damage. The max MP doesn't bother me, so I like that. Decimator always. I do this for my dot abilities, so you're getting that extra 50% skill power modifier. Nimble fingers, focus on non-attribute, MP conversion, arch acceleration. You get the skill speed and range modifier, so you get a little 20% faster usage of skills. I just enjoy this mod. You can put health here. You obviously can put anything else here. If y'all got something better, I would say put it in this slot, but this works very well with the builds. It almost works well with every character. It just makes all your abilities move a little bit faster. But if you don't want to use this, you can throw health on there. You can go basically any way you want with this. So, or you can throw more crit hit rate on there. I just prefer not to. But and we got skill expansion, and that is the setup for NELL. Let's go. I'm still working on my Colossus build, so this was pretty good, but it wasn't like it still took me like a minute and a half to beat him, so I'm still working on this, but I feel like this is the best way to go, but we'll see. We're still working on it, but this is the actual build I'm showing you guys, so yeah. Alright, so next we have Dimension Destroyers set. So this set is super fun and useful for like single targets or just causing mass chaos. I really enjoy using this set. You obviously can use Enlightened Mage set, but you absolutely do more damage. damage, double the damage, honestly. But this is just a really fun set to use, and I'm more on the fun side than having the Omega kill everything before anybody touches anything. And one of the main reasons I enjoy this build for her is because you could just stack health on the set, and I don't have to put health anywhere else on anything else, and I'll be fine, per se. With this set, you can get the health up to about 20k, but I just enjoy the 4 sets ability. Grants breach formation 1 stack per 1 second plus additional stack per skill use, so up to 10 stacks. When you get to 10 stacks, it activates crash causes wall crashes, pandemonium. It deals 69% of skill power as additional damage, and you might think it's not that great of an ability, but it's actually really good when I use my 4, and it works in tandem with the 4, and it's just giving you damn near 800k, something like that, around that damage type for this ability. So it's not going to hit the hardest, and you can crit off this ability, but it's not going to hit the hardest, but it's going to be enough that you're like, oh, I can use this to take down bosses, to take down yellow bars, any annoying enemy that just not dying from just your regular abilities. This will actually give it it will give it that last shot to take down. So that's that. I really enjoy the set. So we got max HP, MP recovery, you guys know. For NELL, I made sure I had Evice search radius on, so that's that. Evice display time, have that on there, so that's that set. So reactor. So for the reactor, guys, I have a lot of different choices for you, and I've used them all, and it might be 100k difference between any of these ones. So if you're going tech and you want your 1 and your 4 abilities to be lit, just throw the tech one on. If you want your 2 and your 3 to go crazy, use these. Not this one, but either this one or this one. I mostly use this one, but this one's cool too, but I more so want to get skill crit hit damage. I don't like missing out on the crit hit damage for characters that have high crit hit rate. So yeah, pick and choose which ones you like. I still just swapping around them, but make sure you have this type for your Colossus battle. And that's the reactor. So let's go to version reinforcement. So same thing. Deploy resonance device. Is a new seasonal one, but we're using it just for now. We're not worrying about the weak point damage. Basically, we just want the skill duration 5+, something like MP recovery, not MP recovery, but so like the neurostimulation and arch circulation tactics, the usual suspects. And let's go to arcade tuning. So mostly everybody I've seen their build is exactly the same as this. This is basically how you want to go. I run final preparation for the simple fact that this actually puts me to the max of range when I use my 4. So you get 15-second duration of it, you get 10% skill power, skill effect range 68. So this puts me at max. We got cooldown, we got skill cure hit damage, and we got this little bit of skill power, cooldown, you know. Almost everybody has their setup like this, so it makes sense. So that's it. And I believe that's it. This is my numbers if y'all want to see, compare and contrast. This gets to 100%. You put hyper focus on, this will go up to about 525, something like that. We got max cooldown for the most part. There's nothing higher you can go with this. This, like I said, when I hit my my 4 ability, this goes to max crit hit damage, crit hit rate. I might be at like 97 crit hit rate, so this is not always gonna be maxed unless you put on the blue crit hit rate mod. So that's that, and I think that's the build, gang. And yeah, I got a showcase for you guys, so just tune in. And yeah, it's the first of many to get back into it. So yeah, gang, Glacier next, and we are out. Peace, gang.